All right, great. So today we're here with Living in Lubbock, Texas, and the Hebison team at Keller Williams Realty and LENNAR Homes. Terrance has been so kind to join us here and give us a little bit of insight. So we're in a new year and some new opportunities, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So a lot of times we know that people have just celebrated the holidays and they're like, man, it was cramped, or I want to have my own place, or their lease is up and they're thinking about buying a house. But we know that the market the last few years has not been first-time homebuyer
Yes.
friendly, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And so a lot of times we feel like people have gotten to where they don't think it's even possible, or like, hey, we'll just extend the lease, and then they're going to catch flack from the missus because I thought you were going to give me a house last year. Now we don't got a house this year. And so one of the things that LENNAR Homes right now is doing is some really awesome stuff. Number one, y'all been around since the 1950s.
Yes.
So super great resume from a home builder standpoint. Lubbock's just fortunate enough to finally get y'all here, so which is awesome. Now we're having an event January 31st. We want to invite everybody to. That's the whole point of this, specifically targeting the first-time home buyers,
Yes.
letting them know that they have opportunities and that there is a way forward for them to finally be able to get a home this year in 2026. So one of the things you told me was there's some incentives for closing costs, but more than that, you mentioned that y'all have your own lending partners
Yes.
as well as down payment assistance program. Tell us some more about that, Terrance.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'll start off with Happy New Year 2026, the year to buy your home
There
for
you go.
sure. Yeah, so Lennar, like you said, we've been building since the 1950s. We're one of the nation's second largest builder. So we're building all over the U.S. So we really try to pull our resources into helping first-time home buyers. That entry-level buyer who is wanting to get into their first home, thinks that that's not possible for them. For whatever reason it may be, they're hesitant to make that first step to get into a home. And so one of the tools that we do have is through Lennar Mortgage. We have our Smart Buy down payment assistance program. With the Smart Buy, Lennar is going to pay your down payment for you so you can get into that home, and it is 100% forgivable. So as long as you live in the home for at least 3 years, you never make a payment and you never have to pay that back. So that's one of the many resources we have to help these first-time home buyers to make home possible and to make it a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful for them to obtain that dream of home ownership. So we just rolled out this new loan program. It's a FHA loan, and we have homes right now here in Lubbock, Texas, payments as low as about $1,600 a month.
That's awesome.
So very affordable pricing. On top of that, you're going to get your down payment taken care of. And then also we can probably help you with closing costs on top of that. So I've seen people get their keys with as little as $1,000 up front out of pocket, and sometimes zero, right? On certain instances where they don't pay anything, they're signing their paperwork. We're handing them keys and saying, congratulations.
That's better than a deposit on a rental.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. There's people who are going into a rental house and they're paying $5, $6, $7,000 with the deposit, the first month and last month's rent.
Yep.
And so you're just dropped $7,000 to rent someone else's home, pay someone else's mortgage, build someone else's equity when you could have used that $7,000 to help build your own equity and invest in yourself and your family.
Yeah, we were just talking about that a little bit earlier, the holidays, whenever the lease expires,
Yeah.
that owner of that property, that landlord, they still have a chance to, raise the rent on you later on, or say, hey, we're going to sell the house and you have to find another place to move. So, I mean, there's really no stability in leasing a house, I don't feel like, because you're never in control. And, guys, your family wants you to be in control. You're going to hear about it like, hey, when are we going to get our house? What's our house? Can we paint this? Can we do that? No, we can't do that because it's a rental, and so we want this year to be the year that the people hear yes instead of no, because I know they've been hearing no for a lot of time, a lot of years, and not being able to get into that house. So the fact that they can get a home, get some help with the down payment assistance, closing cost assistance, and like you said, I mean, it's forgivable 3 years. My rule of thumb is if you're not planning on living in a house for 3 years, you go ahead and rent. But if you're going to live in it at 3 years, that's when you'll start to build some equity. It's almost like compound interest. Everybody's looking at all these reels and all this financial advice this year, how you compound interest is. Well, one of the first ways you can do that is real estate. Get your first home. And
100%.
so, better way to do that. And you get a brand new home, you got warranties, you
Yes.
got less maintenance, less headache. You don't have to worry about another $5,000 bill coming out, you know,
100%.
for an older house or plumbing or stuff like that. So that's where we want to make sure that people understand, building with Lennar this year, and y'all have some amazing homes coming up. You've got some available as of this month, next month, right?
Oh, no, 100%. I have some available today.
Awesome.
So that are fully completed. We're out in the Overlook in Wolford, and then we're also in the Center Point neighborhood, which is North University, about 5-7 minutes from Texas Tech campus. So we have homes in the ground, and we're going to continue to building. I think this year we're looking to take down 250 homes
Okay.
here in Lubbock. And so, like you were talking about, the warranty. So we do the 1-2-10 warranty. And then even your insurance rates are lower on the home because your plumbing's brand new, your electrical wires are brand new, your furnace is brand new, your HVAC system's brand new. And so the insurance company sees that, and you can get a lower insurance rate versus an older home where they don't know what the plumbing looks
Yep.
like. They don't know if it has copper pipes.
Yep. Yep.
And they're gonna bust in 5 minutes as soon as you move in, and that's out of your pocket. And so we try to make it super simple, super easy. When you purchase the home with us, we're not, we're done with you, right? We stand behind our product. We're going to make sure if something goes wrong, our team's going to come by, make sure it's corrected, and make sure everything is going good for you in your new home.
Man, you said that, and that reminds me, guys, check out our website and the page here, because we're going to have an article that shows you how much Lennar Homes stands behind their warranties and stuff and what they did for people that had a massive issue in Florida. So proof is in the pudding, putting their money where their mouth is and taking care of people. And I think that's what people really want to know is
100%.
that we're going to be okay. This is going to be a good home, and we can trust the builder. And so that's where I said in our last interview, if it's good enough for grandma and grandpa back in the 50s, it's got to be good enough for you today. So, but like I said, we're having a first time home buyer event January 31st. It's 11 to 1 o'clock. We're providing lunch. We've got 25 spots left open. We want to make sure that people get to, first dibs on those homes, on those credits, and really jump off to a head start in 2026 this year. So it's going to be at the Keller Williams office at 10210 Quaker Avenue. Terrance, you're going to be there. You're going to have some of your other partners there. Like I said, we're going to have free food. It's on a Saturday. Come by, take a look, get some head start on getting a house.
Yes.
Don't extend that lease. Hold off. You're month to month. Don't extend.
Yes, wait.
We got an opportunity for you. Some people that think that they missed the boat or it's too high now, it's not. I was telling you earlier about another friend and client of ours. They were waiting, and they're super analytical. They're like, oh, I'm going to wait for the housing market to drop. And this was back in 2018. And it didn't drop if people paid attention. It went up a whole lot more.
And it's going to keep going up.
Exactly. Well, and what they did is we waited a year, and literally the same house that they waited on, it was almost $100,000 more in 1 year. So they didn't get it cheaper. They ended up going ahead and moving, so it cost them a little bit more. And guess what? The value still kept going up, and so they got plenty of equity right now. So it's number one, good investment on their part.
Yes.
They say about trees, the next best time to plant a tree is today.
Exactly.
So, next best time to start your home is today. That's exactly right.
Yes. And this event you're hosting, man, it's going to be exciting. I'm super excited for it, to get people in, to talk to people, to feel the temperature of these first-time home buyers, what they're feeling, what they're going through, what obstacles they're facing, and to see how I can help, how Lennar can help, how Kent can help you guys get into some homes and make that dream of owning a home come true for you guys. In 2026, this is the year we're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. And not only that, I forgot, y'all have also, some people are worried about credit and stuff.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more, because not only are we going to help you, we're going to show you that you don't got to have it perfect. We'll help you along the way, right? So what is that?
Yeah, so at Lennar, so like I said, we do have Lennar Mortgage, we have Lennar Title, we have Lennar Insurance. So all of those are going to help you to save money on all of those processes. But also, so if you think your credit is low, it's too low, and you apply with us, you don't get approved for whatever reason it is, we have what we call our Home Buyer Solutions Program. Now, the Home Buyer Solutions Program is completely free to everyone who gets accepted into the program. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up a strategy and an action plan to help you from point A to point Z to build your credit to where you're going to be able to get into a home. And it's very specific action items that you need to do. And it also has an end date. So we can tell you 3 months, if you do A, B, and C in 3 months, you're going to qualify. And as long as you do A, B, and C in 3 months, you're going to qualify for that home. And so it's one of the service that we provide to potential buyers and to clients to help them achieve that goal. We also have our sister mortgage company, which is called Orange Mortgage, who has a little bit of a higher risk tolerance.
Okay.
So I've seen them get approved 580 credit scores, 560 credit scores, to be able to get approved and into the home. And even if you are get approved by Orange Mortgage, you're still going to qualify for closing costs. We're going to pay owner's title policy. You're going to qualify for all of those incentives with Orange Mortgage, even if you don't get approved by Lennar Mortgage.
Man, so I just hear options, options, options.
Yes.
Like it this doesn't sound like there's a no in there for him.
It's very
you know?
rare. It's very rare to see a no, because we're going to try everything in our power to help you, get into one of our homes. And like I said, whether it's credit, whether it's financings, whether it's savings, we have some solutions for everybody in whatever situation they feel like they're going through.
It's kind of funny. We're doing this podcast right now. We're in what we call the vault.
The vault.
You
This
know,
place is amazing.
It is like, I'm seeing all these like money boxes and like how secure and everything was. And this just sounds like a secure decision that people can make to buy a home.
100%. 100%. And it's one of the best decisions you can make is to invest in you and your family. Take back that agency over your life, over when you move. Your daughter wants to paint her room pink. Now you can say yes,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to tell her, no, baby, we can't do it. We're renting. She wants rainbows and unicorns, right?
Yeah.
You can say yes. Let's go to Lowe's, right? Pick out the favorite pink, the shade of pink that you want.
Yep.
And we're gonna do a pink wall with the rainbow. We're gonna get the unicorn stickers, right? So you can take back your life, the ownership of your life, when you want to move, what you want to do whenever you own your own home.
So if you're tired of not being in charge and leasing from somebody else and them telling you what to do, when to do it, and when to pay, maybe it's time you come by and take a look at the First Time Home Buyers Seminar, January 31st, Keller Williams office here in Lubbock. Again, at 10210 Quaker, Lennar Homes. Terrance will be there. His partners will be there. And we're going to get some people in a home this year for sure.
100%. 100%. Whatever we can do to get you in a home, trust me, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen.
All right, let's go.